Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. So, February, it's done and gone. What we're going to do today is look at the 7 pens and inks that I was using during February of 2021. I'm going to rank them from my least favourite through to the one that I most enjoyed using. I'll give some rough discussion about why I came up with this. So, the pens we're going to look at, we've got a Moonman M600S, a Hongdian 525, the Pilot Custom Heritage 92, the Sailor 1911 Junior, a Platinum 3776 Century, the Jinhao 159 and the Moonman M800. Join me down on the mat, we'll look at these pens and I'll give them a rating. Here we are down on the mat. Well, this month it's been really hard to rate these pens because, to be honest, I've really enjoyed using all of them. So I've had to be really picky when coming up with my rating. So my least favourite pen, coming in at position number 7 this month, is this one here. This is the Sailor 1911 Junior. Now it's got a steel nib, so it's not a gold nibbed pen. And what I've found with this is the ink is just really pale. I don't know if you can see here. So we've got the Sailor 1911 Junior and it's using Robert Oster Caffe Crema. And yeah, I think the ink is just too pale for this medium fine nib. You can hardly see it on some of the papers. The other issue I've got is when we look at the nib. As I said, the nib is a steel nib, but it's really, really hard to use. It's really stiff. You have to fight with it when you're writing. The other issue that I have, it's just too small. I mean, look at it in my hand. It's hardly there, so I have to use this posted all the time in order to be able to use it. So as a result, this pen, it comes in at position number 7. Position 6 goes to the Moonman M600S. Beautiful looking pen. It is absolutely gorgeous to look at. When I look at the ink I used, Robert Oster Great Southern Ocean, beautiful ink. It's a medium nib, it's a steel nib. It's really nice to use, the ink looks so nice. Some of the issues I've had is mainly with Clairefontaine paper, and I think it could be a little bit of baby's bottom. So that's something I've tried smoothing out during the month. I haven't been able to fix it completely yet, so that's something I need to tweak even more. When I look at it in the hand, certainly it's a bit bigger than that Sailor, but it's still not a big pen. Again, I need to use it posted, but then it doesn't post very well and that wobbles and comes off easy. So although it's a nice pen, writes nicely, it's just not for me. So number 6 in this month's pen list. The pen at position number 5. It's this gorgeous green pen by Hongdian and it's the Model 525. Again, the ink, I absolutely love the ink that's in this pen. This Colorverse Albert, it's so vibrant. It looks gorgeous no matter what paper that I'm using it on. The pen itself, it's a small nib. I think it's a number 5 nib. It feels small in the hand again. Now I've got medium-sized hands. Other issues I have with this, it's very thin. So I'm finding it hard to grip because I hold my pens down really low. In terms of writing though, it writes really well. As I said, with that ink, it just suits it. So this, unfortunately, has to come in at position number 5. Halfway through, so position number 4 for this month goes to this one, which is a Platinum 3776 Century, and that's got Hubble Zoom by Colorverse. You just move the paper up so you can see there. Beautiful colour, quite a fast drying ink as well. When I hold it in my hand, again, it's slightly short. It's got a gorgeous nib. Now remember, this pen has got a gold nib, so I would expect something nicer. But to me, again, it feels fairly stiff. It's like writing with a pencil. Now, that's not too bad. It's not perfect. Love the pen. As I say, my problem is I enjoyed all the pens and I had to rank them somehow. So this one comes in at position number 4. So we're now into the top 3. And I really did struggle with this, trying to come up with the order. Just going to move the paper up so we can see the 3 that are left. And what I had to do, I really had to think about this. So position number 3, I'm going to put the Moonman M800. The match for the ink is really good. I mean, look at the pen next to the ink. Really complement each other. It's a fairly fast drying ink, so it's not something that I struggle with smudging a lot. I did have quite a bit of skipping when I was using it on Clairefontaine paper. One of the things you may notice, a lot of my issues I have with my pens are only on Clairefontaine paper. On the rest of the papers that I use, and that can be from cheap copy paper to Rhodia paper to Oxford optic paper, I have no problems. It only seems to be on the Clairefontaine. So for that reason, because of that skipping, I have to penalise it. I fetched it in at position number 3. So we've got 2 pens left. Which one is going to be position number 2? I'll just move the paper down so we can see both of those. Well, position 2, it came down to price because I loved writing with them both. Position number 2, I'm going to have to give to the Pilot Custom Heritage 92. Now this is a gold nibbed pen. It's got rhodium plating on it, so it looks like silver colour, but it's actually a gold nib. The writing experience, oh, it's amazing. The ink, Van Dieman Azure Kingfisher, well, that's got a gold shimmer to it, and it does come out in some of the writing, but not all of it, which is a shame, and I've tried agitating the pen. It's a piston filler. Love it. Love the fact it's got that piston filling system. You can see the ink inside, so you've got that slight demonstrator there to it as well. Really nice, and to be honest, I think the writing is very wide for a Japanese pen. You know, this is a medium, and if you look at that compared to the Hubble Zoom here in the Platinum 3776, which is also a Japanese medium and also a gold nib, they're so different in their widths. So unfortunately, I had to come up with something for the last 2 pens, and the only way I could differentiate them, to be honest, it was by cost. So this one comes in at position number 2, which means by default, the winner of this month, position number 1, has got to be this Jinhao 159. It's got a medium nib in it. It's a cheap pen. I've had a couple of different inks in here, one from Colorverse, one from Diamine. Both of them look really nice. The Oxblood, oh, it comes out so well. This is one of the ones where I've not had a problem on Clairefontaine paper. It just writes, the ink glides out the pen. It's nice and smooth. There's very little scratchiness, and it's a cheap pen. I think it's about 15 Australian dollars. You know, when you compare it to the others, it's so much cheaper. So this one, we come in at position number 1. So these are the pens that I've ranked for February of 2021. We clear this out. I'll fetch them in the order of that I've ranked them, and then we'll just have a wrap up. So here we have it, my pens from February of 2021, from least favourite through to favourite, is the Sailor 1911 Junior, the Moonman M600S, the Hongdian 525, the Platinum 3776 Century, the Moonman M800, the Pilot Custom Heritage 92, and then the Jinhao 159. Do you have any of these pens? What are your thoughts about them? Please drop a comment below. I'd love to get the conversation going and get people's thoughts on these. Let's really discuss them. Let's dig into them so we can all understand these pens better. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button, give it a like. The more people that like and comment on my videos, well, it helps the YouTube algorithm to show the videos to other people. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.